Hey, what's up? So, going to be doing an unboxing for this PlayStation 4 Pro. I just picked this up today. I have a launch PlayStation 4. I have a Wii U and an Xbox One as well. I don't plan to buy the Switch. It's just not my kind of thing. I don't see utilizing it for the way I game. And the Xbox One S just really wasn't my thing. I'm fine with the Xbox One until the Scorpio hits shelves holiday season of next year. And I'm a lot of people talk about the PS4 Pro and they're comparing it to the Scorpio, and I just kind of shake my head because I don't think the PS Pro was meant to be a competitor for the Scorpio. It's meant to be a competitor for the Xbox One S, or maybe just its own thing. I believe that within anywhere from 6 to 8 months after the release of the Scorpio, we'll see the PlayStation 5 hit shelves. So this is more of just something to close the gap for right now, to take advantage of my 4K television set, which has a 10-bit panel and HDR and all of that good stuff. Unfortunately, unlike say my Samsung Blu-ray player and the Oppo I'm going to pick up when that's released, it doesn't have two HDMI outs, and so unless you have a receiver that's 4K compatible, you're going to have to run the console directly into your television. In my case, the One Connect box, to get that 4K. So that's what I plan to do at this point. And I have Astro A40 headphones, so if I don't want to play listening through the sound of my speakers, I have my Astro A40s, and the only games I'll probably play through it for now are games optimized for it. And my PlayStation 4, I have a 1 terabyte drive in that one as well that I installed. I'm just going to keep that hooked up to my 7.1 surround sound system for now. And it'll give me more space. I'll have 1 terabyte on both, and then I can have certain games on one and certain games on the other. I'll see what happens with the Oppo, because the Oppo also has an HDMI in. So my thoughts at this point is I'm going to run the PS4 Pro into the back of the Oppo and maybe the Scorpio as well with a splitter, and see if that will allow me to then utilize 4K to my television set and then send the audio at 1.4 to my receiver. Reason I'm reluctant to replace my receiver is I have an Anthem receiver, and I've never heard anything like it. I mean, they're spectacular. And I have it connected to a 5-channel amp. So I don't really want to replace my Anthem if I don't have to. They do have 4K receivers now, but just not feeling dropping another $1,500 now on a receiver. So we'll see if there are some workarounds to that. If not, I may eventually end up having to do that. But for now, anyway, let's get to this unboxing. Sorry if this is kind of shaky when I do this, because this camera has software stabilization. It's a Nexus 6P. And I'm going to be picking this up and putting it down because it's going to be hard to unbox this thing with one hand. So I'm going to put it down right now, actually. This thing to stabilize so it doesn't fall over on me. It's quite spectacular. Good timing for this, eh? All right, control yourself. You can do it. So, flip this thing upside down here. And inside the box is, of course, another box. Now, top back. Alright, well, of course, got that. Now, I've been actually buying a good number of games lately, probably gone a little too crazy on the game front, but I just picked up Titanfall a couple of weeks ago when it was released, Titanfall 2 I should say, and I picked up Call of Duty, and so a bunch of stuff I'm looking forward to seeing how they look on this thing. I also have The Last of Us and Ratchet and Clank and Shadows of Mordor and Battlefield 1, that kind of stuff. So I'm interested to see what this does for those. This one here, power cord. It's a little bit thicker than the one that came with the PlayStation 4 launch. HDMI cable, I believe. I'm assuming this is a 2.0, I hope. Here. As I said, trying to do this one-handed. They don't make this stuff easy. Put this down for a second. Just look at that. Oh, controller. And another cord I'll give you a look at in a second. I don't know what this... Oh, okay. So, sorry. Headphones. I never use these things. These are just so cheap. Oh wait, so here's the HDMI cord. So, oh, this must... Oh, dumb. This is the charger, I'm guessing, for the controller. Charger and just the cable. And here is the new controller. Here's the new one. Here's the one that came with my original. I've got 3 PlayStation 4 controllers from the original. I guess I've been kind of lucky in that none of them have started to fall apart. Like I've heard people have had issues with them, with the thumbsticks and stuff. So they look very familiar. They look very similar to each other. I mean, not too much difference. I know that this one has the, I can actually see the little gap there where where the light will shine through, so you'll be able to see it from the top. But weight-wise and everything else, it feels the same. Build quality. See, this build quality feels about the same. No real changes. So then let's get to, I guess, what the main event is, the console. Again, I'm going to have to put this down because I'm going to get the console out of the box. Balance yourself. Balance yourself. Come on. Stop screwing around. All right. Probably hear all of the wrapping falling off of this thing, and here we go. As anybody is probably, if you watch any unboxings, as they've all said, it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be based on some of the pictures and things I saw. I thought it was going to be, a lot wider, and it's definitely got, it's definitely longer than my, than the first version, but it's not that heavy. People are talking about how much heft it has. You can definitely tell it weighs more because there's more to it, more in the internals. But it's a pretty sexy looking machine. I'm definitely happy with it so far. So I'm just gonna have to find a place to put it. But yeah, so that's my unboxing of the PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm going to do some videos of that, and also something else I want to show you quickly. I will be doing a review for this, probably. I'll probably watch this tomorrow. This is the Hunger Games Catching Fire. As you probably know, all of the Hunger Games movies were released on 4K yesterday. Now, I already own the whole set, so I don't plan to rebuy all of them because I thought it was a pretty decent set of movies, but not my favorites. They're good. This is, though, by far my favorite of them, and I think the one that I most wanted to see in HD with HDR and 4K, because I just think it's the most diverse as far as a lot of the scenery, the action's better. It seems like it was a better version of the first movie. It just looks better, and it's got some real colorful scenes, and so yeah, this is the one I decided to pick up. Same thing with the Bourne movies. Those are being released next month. I own all of those already, so I've only pre-ordered the Bourne Identity and the Bourne Ultimatum, which in my opinion are by far the two best. I saw Jason Bourne. I'm not going to pick that up. I don't think on Blu-ray, on 4K, nothing. I didn't think it was a very good movie. But yeah, so I'll be doing a preview of a review of this in the next couple of days, and I will also be doing some gameplay videos as well for this. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll try to answer when and if I can. And yeah, you know, guys want to play some games online, let me know. If any of you you know, are big online gamers, and we'll talk soon.